we are driving the R style of the GAC Emzoom. It has the same engine and transmission as the MCOO and the MPOW, but it only priced at 1.2 million for this top spec. It has almost everything identical with the MCOO for its features, but there are a few things that the Emzoom doesn't offer, unlike the MCOO and the MPOW. That would be the ventilated seat and also the suspension, which is the multi-link. This one has torsion beam, and you will feel the big difference. So far, this is the most uncomfortable suspension among all the GAC models I have driven. But as you have seen in the exterior style, this is for speed and for more excitement, and having a stiffer ride matches the car. And you can also easily turn on the ADAS system, which follows the vehicle in front, and also lane traction. But I'm not so confident to use it on those lanes that are like fading. Also, the 360 camera quality can improve. But when you see this car from the front and the rear, you'll know that this is a fun car. And then your shifter is very cool as well. See? And you can also, like that, shift it down, and then it shifts from, like if you set it to echo, then when you put it down, it will go to normal. From normal, when you shift it down, it will go to sport. From sport, when you go down, it goes to sport plus. You can also do it here. There. So if I'm in sport plus and I toggle this gear lever, it goes from one level up and one level down. See, now it goes sport plus. Extremely safe vehicle, lots of airbags, and just we have straight lines. You can really have fun driving, especially when you are in speeds above 80. Really happy to drive this car. And the brake is so good, very dynamic, really easy to control, and agile. The level of stiffness that you get in the steering, oh, it's not a joke, and it makes the car so much fun to drive. You see, it's not as direct as sports cars, but you will love the feeling you get in this car, the Emzoom. Okay, yay. So we can go this way. I hope we have balance. I hope so. Okay, so you can just zoom in, just press it, and you can just zoom. Just like the name, you can zoom. And the sound is really good. You also have a button for the exhaust. So I've never experienced another car that has the exhaust button except for the Mustang GT, but this one has it in a 1.2 million car. The baseline price for the MCOO is, I believe, is 1.3 and or 1.4. I am not 100% sure, but wow, for a 1.2 car you get a turbocharged 1.5 liter, the mega engine mega engine of GAC, wireless charging, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You have everything you want in this car, except, you know, I'm a fool for ventilated seats, that's why. But you can turn on the cruise control like that really easily. And also having physical controls for the aircon is a great plus. It's so easy to turn on your aircon as soon as you get inside the car. That's a huge plus for me. And when you have cruise control on and then you press the gas, then you will see the booster happening there. So that's very cute. Yeah. The sound of the exhaust is not OA, but it is so much fun. Really fun. Wow. The exhaust tips, they look so good. Yeah, I hope they also match the sound in the future. But yeah, what a fantastic fun vehicle for every day here. It's the way it gets tight, it is as tight as the arcade games. So now you have a better idea now. Everything automatic. One thing I need to zonk is not having rear wiper. I think this car needs rear wiper. Maybe it's because of the design, you know, the crab eye looking rear fog lamp or the top mount brake light that is there. So maybe we cannot install a wiper there, because if you install it down or below, it's gonna look funny and everyone's gonna complain. And we don't have the auto dimming room mirror, so that's another one. But this has great sound system, DTS. Looks good also. I wasn't so sure about what DTS was, but DTS is famous probably in Chinese brands, and I've also seen it in the H6 Haval. Now I just wish for paddle shifter in this car. This is so sayang. The aircon is so good. Aircon is really good, and the cover for the panoramic sunroof is not so good. It's very thin, so I think we should have a very good window tint. Okay, for the aircon, yeah, everything is good, easy to control, but sometimes I think it's the filtration option or cabin air purification option. It just switches sometimes to the open ventilation, which I don't like. I love recirculation, not air coming from the jeepney in front. It's really good to drive. Also the high beam is automatic. Okay, automatic, full automatic for this laser LED headlamp. Oh, brake. Nice. The instrument cluster is not really my style, but this one is really good, because I think they really wanted to have this kind of design universally all over these screens. Yeah, and it doesn't have sunshade case, and I need that very much. When you control the aircon, you see, look at the ambient light, so it goes yellow and blue. When you get cold, it goes blue, and it goes orange when you are changing the temperature higher. Okay. Wow, when you press it. But I had 6 people inside the car total, including me. The car wasn't zooming anymore. But it's normal, right? It's a normal thing to happen. But when you are alone in the cabin, you can get more and more exciting in this car. Really, I assure you, it's a zoom. Before, like I said, it's not as good as the MPOW, but this is really good. And like changing lane is also easy, like that. Goes really fast. Really good. Love it. Driving in the expressway is really fun. The pricing is really good for this one, and then you also have 3 variants, so good value for your hard-earned money. GAC is definitely stepping up everyone's game. The cabin noise, it's not subpar, it's okay. This has 19-inch rim, so with a nice wheel design as well. You love driving this car, I assure you. I guess it's a different feeling of driving this top spec Type R or R-Type against the other variants, because you really get a lot of visuals. This one, everyone thinks it's a very cool car. You will also find it very cool, and so much value, right, for the price. I cannot believe it. GAC is offering this for that price. So buy it now before they become more expensive, because right now the price is very competitive. Torsion beam. But I think it has a good ride considering that it is a torsion beam. Yeah, I must give that. The seats are good, and the rear seat, I had 4 people sitting there. Spacious enough. But if you're not close, of course it makes you feel it's not enough, but when you're close, like, that's more than enough. Very, very spacious. Even the center tunnel is flat, and you have air vent. It's just a single one, but still you do have one. And having remote engine start is perfect for this weather. You will love having that feature. So what's my verdict? I think it's a very competitive price. It looks amazing. The door handles come out. It has panoramic sunroof, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, 360 camera, complete set of ADAS system. But I would love it more if it had ventilated seats and also auto dimming room mirror and also a wiper at the back. If you have driven other GAC models like the MPOW, MQ, and this, you'll know how the engine and the transmission works. For a DCT, it is very decent, and you can also have more fun, like not in the slower speed but in the higher speed. You will love to drive it more in the higher speed. You can also take the corners, and you can also do it with safety in mind, and also having lots of airbags really helps. Also, GAC is expanding, and they have a lot of different dealerships or showrooms opening up, so you don't have to have that fear of where do I service my GAC vehicles. Oh, aircon is so good also. There are cars that I cannot quite well direct specifically to the points that I want it to come, and this one, the air vents are also very accurate.